Now, investigators are working to figure out what caused part of a parking garage to collapse at Ascension St. Vincent's Hospital in Riverside.
And we have the Sky 4 footage that shows you exactly what happened afterwards, the aftermath. The top floor of the 3-story parking garage giving way, damaging several vehicles, others just hanging over the edge, just waiting to fall. Immediately after what they're calling a pancake collapse, because that 3rd floor fell flat on the 2nd, people who were there describe what they saw, and they sent us this video into the newsroom.
Oh my God. Oh.
Hello. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know. They could be underneath.
Oh my God.
You know, that it just gives you chills because you hear that person saying hello, wanting to make sure that no one was injured. And so far, we believe no one was injured. The city records do show that a permit was issued to Batson Cook Construction for that garage built in August of 2005. The cost, 75,000 square foot project. It was estimated at $3.3 million back in 2005. It will be weeks, though, maybe even months before we know what caused that collapse.
Who knows, maybe even longer. So for people whose cars are still in that garage, that is a long time without their car, and in some cases a long time to make payments on a vehicle that they don't have. And who knows when they'll be able to get access to their cars, which means the legal wrangling over the collapse will likely not wait until all of the investigations are wrapped up. News4JAX reporter Ashley Harding is joining us now live from outside the hospital, where first responders remain on scene. Ashley.
They are, and they've been here throughout the night. And as of now, there's no telling on when people will be able to get back into their cars. Now, as we've been here throughout the morning, people have been walking their dogs, going for their runs. They are just awestruck by what we're seeing here. I also want to mention, now that we're at the 7 o'clock hour, in the last few minutes, we've seen quite a few more hospital workers make their way into that other parking garage. Obviously, the day has to get started, but the main question is who is responsible for what happened. Figuring that out in the long term is going to take some time. The view from Sky 4 helicopter shows the immediate aftermath of the partial collapse. 111 cars were inside at the time, and hundreds of people were in the area, including the hospital.
I was on the inside checking in with the receptionist about 12:15. Then we heard a loud boom, and then we felt the building shake. And the receptionist jumped up, and we both looked at each other. And when we walked outside, that's when we saw outside the door, the 3rd floor of the parking garage had collapsed.
So there's a couple vehicles that are in this collapse zone that are mashed pretty flat, and the structure is not safe at this time. And so we have to be very careful putting personnel in there.
As the investigation into what caused the collapse and how to prevent it from happening again moves forward, there's also the question of who is legally responsible. News4JAX spoke to attorney Gene Nichols.
What everybody's going to address is what caused this. How long is this garage going to be shut down? We need to consider whether or not any entities, business entities, have their businesses affected by this.
Nichols went on to say insurance should be handled quickly. He also brought up past collapses where it turned out water damage was an issue. All possibilities will be looked into.
Concrete structures such as parking garages should last for an incredible amount of time until or unless water becomes an issue. And it's not just about water on concrete, but if water gets inside the concrete, if water gets to the rebar and it starts to rust rebar, that's where we know we have issues.
This is something where you've seen cases affected by that.
The vast majority of collapse cases like this are usually involving some sort of water intrusion.
And a structural engineer is being called in to investigate. In the next hour of the morning show, we'll take a closer look at the inspection process. We're live in Riverside this morning. Ashley Harding, Channel 4, the local station.